What is going on, everybody? We made it. It is Friday. Friday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
This week has definitely been a good one, but it has also been a long one. So definitely glad it's Friday, but still plenty of chances for us to make some money. But yeah, got my main man Joe here with me. Joe, what is going on, man?
Man, nothing much. Just another day, another dollar. First name Dane.
That's right. That is right. Let me send this out. Get this shared around here so we can make sure everybody gets in here. But yeah, guys, if you have any games you want us to go over, just make sure to drop them in the chat. We'll be glad to go over them here. Let's see.
There we go.
All right, Joe. Well, all right, let's get the show going here. You know, it's Friday at 5, so cheers, man. It's that time. All right. Well, yeah, we can just go ahead and jump into it here.
Yeah.
Man, this Cavs and the Hornets game. I personally don't really have anything here. Let me check on one thing. I was earlier today. I was looking at the Cavs first half team total over has gone up a little bit. It's at 62.5 now. That makes sense. It actually was a little bit lower than actually that. But yeah, man, this line opened up at Cleveland minus 15.5. Hasn't really moved. Cleveland's minus 16 now. Total opened at 234.5. Looks like it's up to around two. It hasn't moved a lot either. It's up to 235.5. Looks like 236 in actually some places. This for me is a game kind of like the Celtics game was actually like, what was that, last night?
Yeah.
Whereas, do they feel like going out there and putting up the points and actually like covering this? Or, do they just want to win the game? This feels like another one of those spots. And you really, but yeah, it did. It did. That was a very good call. So yeah, it's just one of those things where I think there's a lot better games out there. Do you have a good read actually like on this game?
Run far away. Far away. If you're gonna back the Hornets, you might need to think about calling a 1-800 hotline number, but that is a Hornets play. 16.5 is just way too many damn points in the NBA game. I think my favorite prop on this game, so what I like to do is I like to find a prop and a side or a total for every game on the slate, and then I narrow it down as the day goes on. Like I think about it throughout the day. And by far, Mikal Bridges, hear me out. Mikal Bridges over 10.5 rebounds and assists is probably going to be the best play on this game. It's going to be extremely sharp. But over the last 5, he's made a concerted effort to increase his rebounds and assists. He also averages 33.9 minutes per game. So, and when he does do that, he has an 80% hit rate. So, I mean, over the last 5, he's averaged 13.5. Over the last 10, he's averaged 11.5. So he's trending upwards towards the rebounds and assists.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I remotely in this game. I'm not personally playing it, just give you a very strong lean on what I would play if I were to play anything in this one.
Gotcha. I totally understand that one. Let's go to the Grizzlies game. This one I've had some interest in all day long. You have the Mavs, and since actually like Kyrie got you hurt, they have gotten completely blown out. I believe it's been 3 games.
That's the friendliest way to say belt to ass.
Yeah. Um, so they're a team that, I'm definitely not looking to back currently. Um, but then you got the Grizzlies. And we've talked a lot about the Grizzlies for a long time now.
Yeah.
Uh, they were our team. We were
First half
backing
total, I was blindly betting those overs.
we were just backing them, and actually they were winning for us. But since the All-Star break, they still have not covered a spread yet. Um, you know, and I've said it was I think it was a couple days ago. I said, the Grizzlies, they're a team that I can't back until they start to show me something. But damn, man, this sure does seem like a get right spot.
Bro, I got it. I have to take this 10.5. I have to.
You have
Like
to take it with the Mavs or with the Grizzlies.
with the Grizzlies. Like
Okay.
I gotta lay it. Like I either gotta lay it or take their team total over. Cause there is in what world? Like, look at this. Caleb Martin, Anthony Davis, Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, and Kai Jones. I have no idea who that guy is. But the Mavericks been getting blown out by like 20 plus.
Yeah.
And the Grizzlies are still like the number, 3 at this time, maybe? But at one point, they were the number 1 most points scored in the game in the NBA. And you're basically playing against a G League team. Like, right. There is no way they don't cover 10. Like that.
And we also know on the road that they actually score more points.
Exactly. Like, if I lose, I lose. But I gotta play the Grizzlies in later 10. I have to.
I haven't made any like bets tonight for this card here, but I think this is one that I'm gonna have to make. I know I said I wasn't going to, but this just seems like such a good spot.
This is what I call fade the trend, right? This is a very strong trend. Grizzlies haven't covered since the All-Star break. And people are going to be expecting the Mavericks to finally get their shit together and all of a sudden learn how to play and cover 10 against one of the used to be, second place in the standings in the West. No, this is not a Maverick spot at all. I mean, they do have guys on that roster like Spencer Dinwiddie, right? He can go out and drop 30. Like that is possible. Like that's what is PJ Washington playing? I don't know. I don't think he is. Yeah, PJ Washington is out too.
Yes.
Yeah, they 0-0. Outside of Spencer Dinwiddie, I really don't see a threat on the Mavs at all.
Yeah, man. I think this is one of those where just not to overthink it. And actually just lay the points here.
Yeah. Jared Jackson out. That's probably why this line is so small. At that, and then the fact that they haven't covered since All-Star break. That makes sense for the rookie better to just blindly bet the Mavs.
Right.
But there's no way I'm all over Memphis minus 10, man. And I don't do double-digit spreads. So
right. Yep. All right. Well, chat. If y'all have any questions about any certain games, whether that be a college game, pro game, whatever league, drop it in the chat, and we'll be happy to actually go over it for you. Next, I guess we need to go to this Trailblazers and the Thunder game, man. This line opened 15. And then looks like basically the whole Thunder starting 5 is basically not going to be in. Because who's it going to be? It looks like Chet might play. And actually, like, besides that, like, everybody else is like out. Let me pull up the projected starting lineup for the Thunder.
Oh no, they've ruled already. I clicked on full injury report on
Uh,
ESPN, and Chet is day to day. He's yellow, so he's still game time decision. But Harkenstein out, Dort out, Wallace out, Jalen Williams out, SGA. Williams and SGA alone are enough to be like, yeah, I'm not backing the Thunder. Like,
yeah. Like to me, this is a very hard game to cap. I mean, when you have this many starters out, um, I mean the Thunder are favored still because because what? Because of like who they are. I mean, just actually because of the name.
their record, their record at home, and the name, and they're expecting people not to check the injury report.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like this is like like the Thunder are a very public side. People are seeing the Thunder at this low price, and bet it looks like they're betting on like actually crazy here.
Yeah,
Uh,
no.
but you notice that this line has not moved.
And
Uh,
that's the scary part.
right.
Zero
Uh,
line movement. Well, why do they have to move it if all the money keeps coming in on OKC?
exactly. But then again, the Trailblazer side, man, uh, that they have some guys out too. So it's not really looking like a lineup that I really want to back here. Um, I like don't have anything, man. I mean, if anything, what you take the over because
That I was
you
just
got a
about
bunch
to
of you got a bunch of younger guys who are going to want to go out there and just
make a
try to
name.
show out. Like
Yeah, well,
that's the only angle.
they're going to push the pace. So a game like this, you could pretty
Yeah.
much throw out the ATS, throw out the everything. You're not comparing apples to apples. When you look at stats for a game like this, all five of OKC starters are out. So you have nothing to compare it to. These bench guys don't get that record, right? Yeah, they come in during key minutes, but they're not starting minutes. It's a difference. So, in my opinion, the over is the only thing that would make sense. What is the over for these guys?
Looks like it's around 228.
I mean, they would actually have to score.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They like would.
But I think the over to play on this one. That's the lean for me. I'm not gonna play it, but yeah, I'm
I was
actually
about to
gonna stay
say.
away from this one.
I was about to say
If
too.
anything, I would take the Trailblazers on the money line. Just
I feel like
w-
you. I feel like
way
that's the only
value.
thing you could do is
Yeah,
just play. Yeah, like I would not take the spread here. Um, this would have to be a money line. This would be a Portland money line play. Now, if you're
correct.
going to play, if not now, if you are going to play the Thunder, this would be one where I also would not lay juice. This is one if you are going to play the Thunder, I would sell up,
Yeah.
sell out to whatever to -4 or actually something like that, and actually get you like a plus like that'd be what like a plus like 105 or something like actually that. Um,
It
this
might
is
be a
one of those.
little less than that or more than that because the 2.5 is at 115.
Oh shit! It's actually down to 2.5 now. Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah, guys. This
that's at Bovada. You know they overcharge for everything.
if you have an angle on this game, please drop it in the chat, guys. Please, because I would love to hear it. Just because like people can like find you
Yeah.
can find an angle if you like know certain teams well. This is one where who's going to be on the court tonight? I just don't. Really
So
don't.
Scoot Henderson, I've been riding his little coattail for a little minute. And he is a rookie for Portland. I do think he's playing, but he actually does better away than at home. Uh, yeah, nah, I don't like any of this. Well,
Well, I'm going to go on over while actually looking at that. I'm going to go on over to the going over to the Timberwolves playing tonight at the Heat. Timberwolves They opened up at -3.5. Sitting at -4.5 currently. Total opened up at 214.5, and it's up to 215.5. So we haven't seen any really big moves here. Where these opened up is pretty much where they're sitting at. We've talked about it a lot. This Heat, for me, has been a tricky team. But even with that, I've been telling you the past week or so, there's been some spots to actually back them. I don't know what when it comes to them. I just don't feel good putting my money on them, but I should have been because they've been covering every damn thing.
I was just about to say, like,
there
was one game I went on opposite side, and the Heat, it was like a blowout for the Heat, and I'm like, damn, like
I keep talking about it, but then I'm not putting my money on it, and I'm to the point now where I'm like, this is so frustrating, but I don't feel like I can start backing them now, like, because this little like streak is going now, and like I said, I don't like to jump into streaks late. I like to be on them from the start, if not very close to the start. But this is what I'm actually kind of mad at myself because I keep coming on here talking about it, but not doing it. But with that being said, as far as the Timberwolves go, they have covered 3 in a row, but look who they've played. The Hornets, 76ers, and the Suns. That's nothing. That's nothing really like to brag about there.
The Suns is probably the only team worth mentioning.
Right.
Like,
but as far as the Heat, the teams they've been covering against, they're actually decent teams. If not downright Cavs, a very good team.
They're 5-0 in the last 5.
Yeah. So, I mean, for me, if you just look at numbers here, I don't have any value because I have the number pretty much spot on here. So I'm not seeing any value just off of a actually like model. But for me, I may be looking at old information. Do you have the injury report pulled up?
I do. Let me see. Miami.
What is actually? I want to know a hero.
So he's day-to-day yellow. So it looks like he's listed as questionable for today's game. I think he's gonna give it a go just because he's that guy. That man got a lot of heart, man. I think he was gonna give it a go. Illness is one of those things you could actually play through, depending on, as long as it's not like COVID or nothing.
Right.
Like if he said ankle or knee or something like that, then I'd be more worried about it. But Andrew Wiggins is out. Not really breaking the bank with me. Khalil Ware, this is the matchup that I really wanted for him so that I could see what he does against other big men, right? So, but I think the Timberwolves are going to have like a time trying to fit Gobert back in the lineup because they've been – oh, wait, he's out today.
Okay. What do you actually – sorry, just bring this up really quick. What do you actually think of him? Like actually just as actually like a player. What do you –
So –
you think he's more overrated or underrated, or what do you think?
Where I'm from, we got a name. There's a commercial, has a little red bear on it called Charmin. The boy is soft. He's softish. Soft. It don't get any softer. Like Gobert, he's trash on back-to-backs. He's highly overrated. They don't give him the ball. Look at his teammates' body language. They don't give him the ball.
Yeah.
He could be wide open, and rightfully so. He should get the ball. They don't give it to him. All he gonna do is cry. Him and Cat, they just gonna cry. That's all they're gonna do. But Cat, when he got to New York, I guess somebody got in his ear because he turned into a different player. I hated Karl Anthony Towns at first, but as a Knick, I'm like, yo, I kind of like this guy now. But yeah, Rudy just soft.
We are definitely on the same page there.
And then you put him next to Julius Randle, who's like a pit bull. Is like a pit bull next to a cane corso, but the cane corso is soft. Like,
Yeah, I do have to say, we had actually Greek Spore plus 3.5 games, and actually he just won outright.
oh,
So that's a
minute.
big win. So that's a big win for us to actually start our day. Like actually that actually was our first actually like tennis play of the day. So yeah, nice to get that one. Um, that actually money line was at plus 300 too. I'm kind of mad I didn't sprinkle there. But still,
Better than losing.
got that plus 3.5. For anybody out there, if you're not on it, if you didn't see it, as far as a free play I actually gave out Casper Ruud. He is currently playing. They are still in the first set. I actually took him at actually minus 2.5 games. If you can get his money line at any decent price, which at a decent price, I would mean like anything better than like minus 155. I would jump on him. Um, I'm obviously not able to watch the match currently, but I think the price on actually him today was just way too short. Um, and I'm not a big rude guy. I actually like to find spots to actually fade him. So the fact that I'm on him, that actually does actually like say something. Um, but anyway, man, yeah, getting back to that game, to me, it would be heat or pass. For me, like I said, I'm not actually seeing value there, so I just have to pass.
I'm probably gonna play it live. Just because 5 is like one of those numbers where, let's say the Heat come out slow, that 5 is gonna move to 7 real quick. And if I get it at 7, like at any point during the game, if the Heat look like if Tyler Hero plays for one,
Yeah,
then I'm more likely to back him.
yeah, makes sense, man. All right, well, let's go over to this Spurs and Kings game, man. Um, this one opened up as the Kings -2, quickly shot up. They're up to -6.5 now. Total was opened up at 234.5. It hadn't moved a lot. It's gone down just a tick. Um, the Kings, the money on them to me makes a lot of sense. The Kings have been playing well. They've been covering games. They've been winning games. I was wrong, man. Like I talked about them 2 weeks ago now or so, and I said this was a team that I was going to be trying to fade because they were such like an offensive first looking team, and they just didn't have defense. And man, like I was wrong. I mean, this actual team has gelled together like very well.
It took them a while. That's what I was telling you. Like I was fading them at first, but then I was like, oh, wait a minute. Like now they figured it out. Like DeRozan and Levine, they've already had history together. It was just getting everybody else on board. And it made the coaching adjustment, he used common sense. He was like, hey, if you two are used to playing together, put the ball in DeRozan's hands. And he's a better decision maker. Monk, I like him, but he's wild as shit. Like if you see some of the passes he make, you like, well, what were you doing? You could see it. It was open, but it's like, damn, you really gonna try to skip the ball down the court in between two people? Like he's real wild with the ball, and DeMar is just he's less of a turnover machine. So that alone, like if you're trying to beat a great team, you're gonna need somebody that's not turning the ball over like that. Like because turning the ball over, it not only hurts you from transition points, right? But now you start talking about fatigue because now you have to run back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And if you're turning the ball over, you're giving up easy buckets to the other team. Like that's so put it in DeRozan's hands, who's used to slowing it down and running half court offense. That's all he did with the Spurs. And he's also used to being a one-man show. I mean, he did that with the Raptors. So, like, if he has to go get a bucket, he can. He did that with the Raptors. If he has to play in a system and be a team player, he did that with the Spurs. I think he's a mature ball handler. And it makes sense to put the ball in his hands. Levine, if this was the day, this is the day that he's gonna go off. Like, think about it. He got traded for Fox. Like, Fox is the one who said, I want to trade. And Chicago was like, all right, cool. See, Levine. Boom. Like, now you get this asshole 101. Like, if I got traded from beautiful Chicago to Sacramento, like, Sacramento is no slouch, but it's not Chicago in my eyes. He doesn't strike me as a nature guy. So, like, yeah, no. Long story short, Levine over everything.
As far as the Spurs, man, like, what do you think they're trying to do currently? Like, just with actually Wemby out actually for the season.
It started before that. Pop.
Well,
Greg Popovich was out. Like, so now your guru coach is out for the season. Then your superstar rookie is out for the season. Now it's like you got this De'Aaron Fox on the books, and it's like he's not the leader that CP3 is. CP3 is just chilling in the background, like, damn, I came to get a ring. What happened? Like, now he's about to ride off into the sunset, and you're gonna have to figure it out. I think Stephon Castle, the guy is nice. There's a couple players that they have. I don't say they blow it up. I do think that they're closer to being a playoff team than a lot of people give them credit for, assuming Wemby comes back and assuming Pop comes back. Because if Pop come back, they would have been a playoff team this year, in my opinion. They have the talent on the roster to do it. They just, I don't know. They'll do it. They'll be
so so as far as the rest of the season, though, I guess that's where I'm getting at. Do you think they kind of? I don't want to say they're gonna tank, but
I think they give the bench some time, some playing time, because you got to see what you got. Because now is a time that I would lower my starters' minutes on purpose. I wouldn't try to just tank. I would still try to be competitive and win, but I want to see what my backups can do. So instead of my backup only getting the standard 10 to 13 minutes, I'm going to bump that up to 15 to 18 minutes. You know what I mean? That way I have tape on what I have.
And then also, like I said, if they do, as far as losing games, if they do, lose enough games, then that could help as far as the draft goes. And that could get them another piece. And like you're saying, for next year, their team, man, watch out.
But hear me out, though. They don't have to. If Wemby comes back next year, he's an attraction alone. Players would take a discount to go play next to Wemby. Right? Like Fox, I think he shaved some money off, right? To make it all happen, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
So, I mean, you got Pop, Wemby, and Fox. Like, in theory, yeah, that's an attractive place to go to if you're just looking to be a role player and get a ring. So it's not like they're like a Dallas Mavericks organization where everybody is like, to hell with y'all. I don't care about any of us. So
all right, guys. Chat today, y'all are mighty quiet. This is a little bit weird. Somebody say something. But yeah, no, for real though. If y'all have any certain games you want us to talk about, drop them in the chat. We're gonna go to this Denver game next. Man, I want to play Denver so bad. But damn, I got to know who's going to be on the court though, man. There's just one of those games where this seems like a very good spot for the Denver offense to get back going versus the Suns team.
Yeah.
But the numbers are like up there pretty high. The numbers are technically saying like these guys are gonna play.
Yeah.
But that's why. But I'm afraid to bet it because If they don't, then those numbers are like high.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm still off of this game currently.
But we know the Suns aren't going to play defense. Like that's one thing that we know. Like
yes.
So yeah, I think so. Strother being out, he's kind of a big deal from a backup standpoint. But I think you could just bump the minutes of Bron, Westbrook, and Jamal, and you wouldn't really know. Those three are full. Oh wait, I gotta click on full injury report. My bad. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So those three are good to go. So Eric Gordon has been ruled out for today. It says estimated return date for today, but his status was out yesterday. Well, I don't know.
Well, the line has gone down because it actually was 7.5, and now it's down to 6.5.
If Jokic plays, I'd lay that 6.5 so fast. Like
that makes a lot of sense to like me.
That's because he's the everything. He's the nucleus for that team.
Also, really, like I said, specifically for me, this would be a Nuggets offensive night. Like I really like their offense, their team total, their first half team total. You can actually get at 60. As long as he plays, I think that's a little low. Full game total is at 122.5. I really like that first half.
Okay.
But like I said, there's no way I'm playing that until he's in.
My cash cow, one of my the Joel Circle of Trust, he's playing today, and I'm on him. I'm just gonna keep riding him, man. Christian Braun, over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This dude, he finds a way to impact the game. Doesn't matter what you need, he's your guy. Like him and Westbrook, dude, their motors are on 100 at all times. They don't take their foot off the gas. They don't care who you are. Like I saw Braun like dunk on somebody, like try to put him on a legit poster, and then like just ran back like nothing happened. I'm like, yo, like anybody else would be really talking noise at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Not this dude. This dude is a cash cow, man. Over the last 5 games, he's averaged 28 PRAs. The last 10 games, 27.2. So we're still getting a discount. And not to mention, if Jokic doesn't play, his minutes and usage are going to go up even more. If Aaron Gordon doesn't play, minutes and usage go up even more. Like he's already averaging 37 minutes a game. So that's ridiculous. It's the whole damn game. Like damn near he's in there for the whole game. This dude, I like that kid. Like that's my favorite play on this one. But if you said gun to your head, pick a side, I'm taking Denver. Reason being, I've seen what Denver can do, and I'm just nervous because of what I saw Kevin Durant just recently do. Like he's single-handedly the reason why I lost that Clippers -3. Like this, I went to bed, they were up 19. I woke up, they lost. And then I looked at the box score, and then I saw the highlights, and I'm like, oh, Kevin Durant decided to be Kevin Durant today. Like, so I mean, you do have those one-off games, but I don't think he's gonna. I hope he's not gonna do that again. I'm leaning towards 6.5. I might actually play it.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, we're on the same track there. I just don't think I'm gonna get there.
Yeah. Well, what's the Nuggets team total?
122.5.
Oh.
First half total is 60.
No, I like that one a lot better.
That's what I was saying. I actually personally like the first half.
Because Denver take their foot off the gas towards later in the game. Unless they started the game slow. then they speed up. Like, but Denver's known to be Denver.
Yeah.
So you said first half minus is only 60?
60, yep. 60 and a half at some spots with some really low juice. Well, actually, you're looking at that. I'm going to go and load up the next game here. Knicks at the Clippers. Last night, we picked the wrong one. We were trying to choose between Lakers first half and Lakers full game.
Yep.
When we chose the first half, because that's what has been doing so well for actually us, and they've been so good in the first half. But it turned out full game was the play. Honestly, the play for that game was stay away. That was honestly the play because that game was lined. It turned out being lined very well.
I did both actually. So I did the halftime. I did the half at 1.5, the first half, and I did the full game, and I gave a half point back. So imagine my face when I pushed on that one. I'm like, damn it! I should have just took the 3.5. I was trying to get cute and get the plus 100, and I gave a half a point back, and so I gave them the push. But my other two legs in my parlay still hit, so that was cool.
Nice. We got Knicks coming off a game last night. Coming off last year OT loss, and they lost their like guy, man. Brunson's going to be out. We're not sure how much long, but he's definitely not going to be in the game till tonight.
Well, it says March 10th, so they're saying 3 days.
Oh, really?
They definitely shot him with some dope. They gave him a horse trank or something.
I mean, I was hoping that
3 days?
I say because I was hoping that wasn't like season ending. So wow, 3 days.
The way Thibodeau plays them, the minutes that they play, dude, it's like, damn. Even if you get to the playoffs, you're limping in. You're not 100%. Like somebody they have got to change that at some point.
You would think so, man.
Dang, man.
But when it comes down to it for this game, neither one of these teams have actually been covering spreads. Both are 2-8 ATS their last 10 games. I mean, as far as the Clippers side, you could look at this multiple different ways. But first off, what I have to say, Norman Powell is actually still out. And without him, I don't like to back the Clippers. So that's where, like, at this number, laying like 6.5, 7, I'm just not going to do it. You'll say I'm also not going to back the Knicks here. But like I was getting to, there's different ways that you can look at this. Knicks are off the back-to-back. They actually played overtime. They had pretty much a heartbreaking loss there. But they lost their best player. So we know after that game, sometimes you see them step up, or you're going to get it where they basically get you blown out here. These are teams that, like I just said, they're not teams that I'm wanting to actually back currently. If actually Norman Powell was like playing, then yes, the Clippers
7.5 so easy.
Yes, I would definitely be on them. But with him still not in the lineup, for me, this is an easy pass, man. Easy pass.
Yeah, I think Zubac just eats today. No Mitchell Robinson. I mean, so one, I'm already tailing Alpha's prop earlier. Mikal Bridges, 15.5. That line is just way too low. It has to be a trap, but like I said, if I get caught, I get caught. Like that line is way too low. So I'm telling Alpha on that one. But on this one, Zubac, I think he eats down low. James Harden, he's a lob guy. And then so for PRAs, I'm trying to determine if I want to do just points and assists or if I want to do PRA or just points. Yeah, the PRA and the points, they both got the same 4-point discount off the average. I think he eats. I think he eats off the rebounds and the. You know what? Carl Anthony Towns is still a Nick, and like you said, there's some games he just gets 22 rebounds just randomly. So I'm gonna take Zubac and the points over 16 and a half. I think that's the only play that I see before the game. If the line gets down to like -4, and it depends on how the Knicks are scoring. If they're
Oh,
scoring 3, I'm
I
gonna
mean,
I'm gonna lay the points with the Clippers because they're not
yeah,
gonna like survive two halves living by the 3.
yeah.
So
I mean, like, yeah. If this line was actually at where it actually opened, which I believe
yeah,
was at 3.5. I mean, like, yeah, like I would be all actually over him there.
Clippers. Yeah,
But laying 7 is a totally different thing, though.
exactly. Because
Um,
7 means you have to win. Like there is no free throws to get you to cover, right? You have to actually win the game. You got to dominate to get that 7. Like I just watched Golden State literally had me sweating. Like they were up 10 with less than a minute to go, and they ended up winning by 2. So like that 7, if you're gonna cover that, you have to pretty much dominate. And I'm not willing to say that the Clippers are gonna do that without Powell. I mean, they did get Coffee back and Bogdanovich. Is that how you say his name?
yeah,
That dude has been eating, but like the whole world is on his props today. So
yeah.
I'm just gonna stay off of it. It's too juiced at this point. So
Well, guys, chat. The show's about over, so this is your last chance. If you have any games you want us to talk about, drop them in the chat now. Um, saying that, man, like when we go through a slate, like especially like a larger slate, like actually this, we normally have something that like jumps out at us. We're like,
yeah,
that's the play, like that's the one. Tonight slate, man, it just doesn't do that for me.
I you're not gonna like this, but Memphis is the only thing that I
Well,
feel
yeah,
jumps off.
that's actually what I was going to say. The Grizzlies laying
Like
those points is the only thing that I'm
so,
actually thinking about. But even that one's still not like a all right, like
I'll
that's it.
I'll rank my top 3 right just off the back of my head, no props, just straight sides. I got in this order. I got Memphis 1, Sacramento 2, Miami 3.
Okay.
So you're either gonna lay double digit, which I don't like, but I think they do it with ease. You gotta lay 7 against like San Antonio, which you don't know which San Antonio team is gonna show up. They have a good set of guys and they got a bad set of guys. Sacramento's 5-0 against the spread. That makes you feel better. I feel like they're balling out. Levine, this is the game he's going to show up. I just got a feeling that Levine does it today. And then Miami, they've been covering. They're 5-0. Like it's time to finally you're getting points with Miami in Miami. Like those are my top 3 for this one.
Well, at BetMGM, you can currently get Grizzlies -9.5, getting us under that double digit spread.
Oh yeah, I'm taking
So I
that.
say let's go ahead and lock in that one, man.
Yeah, let's do
Uh,
it.
like I said, this is not my favorite play of the day by any means. But as far as this slate goes, yeah, this is
That's
this
it.
is yeah, this is my favorite play. As far as the tennis slate today, loved it. Uh,
Yeah,
as far
yeah.
as this slate though,
I put the
um,
5 unit in a money line parlay. I
oh
got a
really?
money, I got a money line lotto. And I was
Uh,
like, whatever he said for the 5, I'm putting that. So that's 2 of my 5 legs.
well,
So
guys, I will say the actual like tennis five unit play is still not started. It is starting soon. So if you want to get that in, you still have time. Me having max plays back to back days is very rare.
yeah,
Very rare.
exactly why I played it.
But last night we did get that max play winner. And yeah, this play today, I just thought the price was just very, very good on it. So we're rolling. As far as this weekend, guys, yeah, we got a lot going on. Got college basketball the whole entire weekend. Like I'm still running actually hot there. We have the NBA, we have the NHL. Our actual hockey capper man's killing it.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
swimming, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
uh, like him and like hockey props, and he does the DFS stuff too. And I know that his DF lineups last night hit well. So if you're into like the DFS side of things and you like props or either actually like hockey, he is absolutely killing it. Um, but yeah, so we have that the whole weekend. We have actually UFC. Apparently, it's a big event. I'm actually not a UFC guy, so I know nothing about it whatsoever. But I'm being told that it is a big event though.
You want to hear a secret?
What's
Whatever
up?
Drago says, just blindly bet it, bro.
Yeah,
Like the dude had a positive card like 3-4 weeks in a row. And I don't mean like one unit, I mean like 6 or 7. Like he's yeah. Even if it starts off slow, like last week's did, had a little heckler,
yeah,
then like it ended with like positive a lot. And the
yeah,
heckler disappeared. It's like, where you go? Like, come back. Like,
yeah.
was
And
blind, man.
so yeah, definitely have that going. And then we have Indian Wells, guys. We have tennis. We have big tennis slates the whole weekend. There's a lot of matches being actually played. So yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. Speaking of fun, do you have any weekend plans?
Yeah, I actually got a little kid's birthday party to go to tomorrow. So go take the
All right.
kid to a birthday party and damn, I gotta go get a gift. Forgot about it, man. Dad duties. He just had a play at his school today. Like not a play, but they had like a tradition, like learn your tradition or whatever. So what's your family tradition? So there was some kids from New Orleans. He had like a whole Mardi Gras thing. There was another girl who had something about her hair, and I'm like, oh snap! Oh, one of the kids did the Squid Games. So my
Oh,
son goes to a Mandarin immersion school, so he did the Squid Games, like they did the cookies or whatever with the
yeah.
umbrella and stuff like
Uh
that. Yeah, that was cool, man. I
huh.
was so happy in there. But
Nice.
that's it, man. You got any weekend plans?
Yeah, man. Tomorrow is supposed to be a very, very nice day around here. It's supposed to be sunny with a high about 78. So we're going to take the boat out and we're going to do a little fishing and just actually kind of cruise around a little bit.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, man, this weekend should definitely be a good one.
What type of water you got? Salt water? What?
Most of what's around, I mean, as far as the ocean is not far from me, like actually like
Okay.
at like all, but as far as like rivers, we have a bunch of like as far as like rivers around us too.
Yeah.
So the water that's in the rivers is not even really fresh. It's kind of that mix.
Ah, that means you
Um,
got some good fish.
I was about to say, so yeah. As far as going to fish, it's like definitely a good thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, this weekend's definitely gonna be good. And like I said, it's been a long week, so it's gonna be nice to just be able to chill and have some fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, yeah, guys, play of the day. Grizzlies -9.5. Let me see if I got anything else fresh, y'all. Um, Let me see here. As far as tennis, I'm trying to see something that hasn't started. All right, here we go. Let's actually do a college basketball play. Let me make sure this hadn't moved on us. No, you can still get it. Illinois, they are hosting Purdue. Let's take that game over 158.5. Both of these teams is as far as on the offensive end are both good. As far as actually like per like dude, they don't really push pace now, but they are a very efficient team. But the home team here is going to push pace. So yeah, I see a lot of scoring here. Not a ton of defenses playing. So getting this at the 158, excuse me, and a half mark. I really see this landing more in between the 165 to 170 range.
Oh,
So yeah, this as far as a total tonight, definitely like that one. Definitely like that one. But all right, guys. Yeah, I think for us, that is going to be it. Joe, tell them where to find you and take us out of here.
you can find me on X at Lay Off the Juice. Or you can find me in the MoneyBall Metrics Discord in the general chat. And you heard what my guy Callis said. You're smart. Another one. But yeah. You either win with us or watch us win. Either way, let's fucking win, baby.
That's right, guys. Weekend's here. Let's fucking win. See you guys.